It's probably one of the hardest working appliances in your home, the clothes dryer. We all know that you need to keep the lint trap clean to keep it running efficiently and safely, but there's so much more you need to know, including why a dryer in a newer home may need more attention than those in older houses.
No matter if your house is old or new, your spring honeydew list probably growing from the roof to the foundation. What parts of your house you should be paying particular attention to, plus why the trees surrounding your home could be trying to tell you something.
Staying calm in many cases may be easier said than done, especially if you're a child. How a form of alternative medicine could bring you and your child more peace and serenity.
Preparations are underway for the 55 Plus Expo set to take place tomorrow at Dover Downs. Who will be here and why everyone is encouraged to attend.
And the Prince Street Steppers are here to perform. Del Mar Life starts right now.
We got a rowdy bunch again today.
We do. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Lisa Bryant.
I'm Jimmy Hopple. Welcome to Del Mar Live from historic Studio D.
And we'd like to welcome our studio audience. Thanks for joining us today. The Steppers were practicing before the show.
Oh,
boy, are you in for a treat.
They were awesome. Well, got a bunch of stuff to talk about, as a matter of fact. Topping the list this afternoon of hot topics, Salisbury has a brand spanking new mayor. His name is Jim Ireton. He has been elected for his second term. There he is. Unofficial results posted on the Wycomico County Board of Elections website show he doubled the votes of his challenger, retired businessman Joe Albero. There's Joe right there.
Joe, yeah. And you know, even if you don't live in Salisbury, you're probably aware of this election because it had a lot of publicity, a lot of chatter on social networks and whatnot. So it's over.
Well, yep, it's done. Said and done. Moving on. Still moving on. As a matter of fact, a lot of people
news day.
Wondering what happens now. It was just, I guess it was about 1:30 this afternoon. They showed up in front of the judge. Take a look at these pictures. You probably recognize them. 40-year-old Tanya Bundick, 38-year-old Charles R. Smith III, also going by the name Charles Applegate, former captain of the Tasley Volunteer Fire Company. These two are the arrests that have been made by the Virginia State Police regarding the, in connection with the arsons in Accomack County. So they have been charged with one count of arson and one count of conspiracy to arson for the most recent fire, which was in Melfa. That was ruled an arson. And now they appeared before the judge this afternoon. We'll have more details at 5 o'clock with the first news at 5 on Fox 21 about exactly what's happening now in moving this thing on, because there was a lot of people that slept a lot better last night.
I bet. Hopefully this is the last chapter of all of this.
Oh, it'd be a good thing.
It's been a long 5 months.
Get this over with. I saw something on Facebook that I want to show you. You may have seen it as well. Here's the story, and I want to show you a quick clip of what the Facebook story looks like. It's got a car, an unmarked car with red and blue lights on it.
Okay.
If you saw this, the essence of the story that goes along with it is this lady telling a story. I think it was her daughter or granddaughter or niece or something like that. 19 years old, college student, middle of the night, she's driving along, she sees an unmarked car light her up from behind, and she was always taught by her parents, don't pull over in the middle of nowhere for an unmarked car with lights. To call this number on your phone, 112, talk to the dispatcher to find out if indeed there really is a car that's been It turns out by the story, this girl did this. She called 112, talked to the dispatcher. Dispatcher told her, no, we don't have anybody in that area. Stay in your car. They sent out other cars. They pulled this car over, arrested a convicted rapist, blah, blah, blah. It's a true story, but it's not a true story. The essence of the story about this happening of a girl not pulling over, that part is true. That actually happened. According to Snopes.com and urbanlegends.about.com, the 112 part is not true.
It's not.
So don't think that's an extra level of safety for you. You can't punch 112 or pound 112 or star 112, whatever. You're not going to talk directly to a dispatcher. So I just wanted to lay that out there real quick. People put this stuff online. You know, this is a great measure of safety for you. And if it was true, it would be.
It would be, yeah.
But in this case, it's not. So.
Well, you can, however, use a mobile app to report crimes to Delaware State Police. And, you know, maybe they will come up with an app for what you were just talking about.
Maybe.
The tip line application will let users report information such as location, suspect description, vehicle description, and to photograph, and a photograph that they can send to troopers. So users can submit all of this information anonymously. So, yeah.
Always a good thing.
App for everything.
If I say the name Alfred E. Newman,
Yes.
Do you get a picture?
I get a
Okay.
picture.
If I say the words, "What me worry," do you get a picture? You do if you're a fan of Mad Magazine. This is Bob Clarke. We wanted to mention Bob. He was a most recent resident of Seaford. He was an illustrator for Mad Magazine back in its heyday in the 50s and
Yeah.
60s.
And 70s.
And 70s.
I remember my
He-
brother had,
Yeah.
always had them.
He passed away last week, and we just want to extend condolences to his family and friends. He retired from New York State
Yeah.
and came down to Sussex County.
Did not know that.
He did Spy versus Spy. He illustrated Believe It or Nuts. Don't know if you remember that, but it was all in Mad Magazine, and quite the guy. So we're
Oh,
sorry
my
to the family and
goodness.
friends, and quite the loss there.
You know, it's always interesting to find out the talent we have here on Delmarva.
Yeah.
There's so much of it. And here's proof. If you're looking for something fun, the Possum Point Players will perform Curtains soon. It's a musical whodunit comedy opening at Possum Hall in Georgetown. It's about opening night at Boston's Colonia Theater. When the leading lady dies, the entire cast is suspect, and a local detective who is also a fan of musicals gets involved.
Oh, it sounds good already.
But yeah, it really does. Here's the details. Curtains opens April 19th at Possum Hall in Georgetown. Tickets are $22 and $23. $23 for adults, $22 for students and seniors. And if you want some more info, there's the number 302-856-4560. And that's not all. There is another program that's coming up, performance. The Ocean Pines Players will be performing Dear Hortense. Now, I want to warn you, this is a mature audience comedy, but it's written by a local playwright named Bob Davis.
Really?
Yeah, so we have playwrights here as well.
How about that?
Here are the dates: April 11th, 12th, 13th. I think that's a Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. All those show times are 8 p.m. April 14th is a Sunday, 3 p.m. at the Ocean Pines Golf and Country Club. You need to reserve tickets. There's the number 410-600-0462.
So there you go.
There you go.
We need to go to live plays more
Yes.
often. Really enjoy it. If you haven't thought about it already, now is the time to start thinking about your future and what comes after you retire.
That's right. Tomorrow is the 55 Plus Expo set to take place at Dover Downs. Delmarva Life's Brian Spiros is in Dover this afternoon with more on the Expo. Brian?
Well, Jimmy and Lisa, we're in the main ballroom here at Dover Downs, and preparation is underway behind us to get ready for tomorrow's Expo. And as a matter of fact, this is the 12th year of the Expo. And joining me now is Crystal Brenneman, who is the Director of Special Events for the Central Delaware Chamber of Commerce. So the first thing, we know it's the 55 and Plus Expo. Who is your target audience to come to this tomorrow?
We target the over 55 crowd. Anyone's invited to attend, but we do target the over 55, anyone who's in retirement age, if they want to learn more about what Delaware has to offer.
And if I'm over 55, what would make me want to come down to this tomorrow?
We offer so much. We have over 100 exhibitors here. We also offer a job fair and a volunteer fair, as well as live entertainment. We have dancers coming in from Washington, D.C., and we also have a wellness center there, which offers free health screenings and health information if they're looking to learn more about cardiovascular factors that could deal to heart attack or stroke.
So a lot of different things. And what kind of resources? Because there's so many different types of elements that are going to be part of tomorrow.
Sure, you can get information on everything from healthcare to home healthcare, hospice, financial planning, construction if you're looking to build a home or add on to your home. We offer that.
A lot of stuff. Now, the other thing too that's important is that, you know, you said anyone is encouraged to attend, but one of the great things about this is that even if you're younger in your 30s or 40s, you said you have a lot of caretakers who will come out and this can be beneficial to them.
We do. We have a lot of caregivers, children who are interested in learning more about what they can do to help their parents if their parents need hospice care or home health care, things like that.
And during the expo, there's also going to be a job and volunteer fair as well.
There is. We offer the volunteer fair in the morning from 10 to 12 and the job fair in the afternoon from 1 to 3. We have about 13 businesses that are coming out if you're looking to become more active and volunteering in the community, or if you're looking for a job, part-time, full-time.
So a lot of resources are going to be here tomorrow. Let's go over the event details real quick. The 12th annual 55 Plus Expo will be held at the Dover Downs here in Dover. It's going to be tomorrow, Thursday, April 4th from 9 in the morning until 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and admission is free. And of course, WBOC is a proud sponsor of the Expo. So Jimmy and Lisa, a lot of great resources that are going to be taking place here tomorrow. People should definitely come down no matter what your age. We'll send it back to you guys in the studio.
All right. Thanks a lot, Brian.
A lot of good stuff there.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, still ahead on Delmarva Live, a full lint trap can not only keep your dryer from working improperly, it can create a fire hazard. But there's more you need to do to avoid disaster, and why it may be worth your time to call in a professional.
All right, sticking with your home, State Farm's here to share other maintenance measures that we can take this spring to make sure that it's a safe one.
And later, yoga for kids. Why many parents are now turning to this form of exercise for their little ones. The benefits? Well, they may surprise you. Delmarva Life will be right back.
Delmarva Life is brought to you by Sussex County Federal Credit Union, guiding you to your financial future. Peninsula Regional Medical Center, honored to serve the entire Delmarva Peninsula since 1897. Your local York and Mitsubishi dealers. And State Farm Insurance. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.